So here we go, the Austrian combat, the only one. And before I revealed the amount of strength points and what was underneath the Austrian 8th Army unit there, I was pretty excited, I'll be honest with you. I felt as the Austrians had kind of like taken back the initiative, you know, like, I mean, it was their initiative role. I mean, they won it over everybody else for this turn, so kind of was apt, and I felt really excited. And then I revealed that block and I was like, oh my god, 9 strength points. And yeah, then I realized, wait a minute, I'm going up against Brusilov here, and you know, this guy hasn't he's not playing around. And I don't know, I guess after that I wouldn't say I was deflated, but I think this morning I kind of ended up feeling, I don't know, maybe stoic. And I'm going to use this definition of the word stoic that I found. Where the heck is it? Just this a little bit here. And inculcating, which I also had to look up. I was like, what the hell is inculcating? But it just means urge or impress. So, and inculcating control of the passions and indifference to pleasure and pain. So I guess I'm kind of feeling that way. It's like, well, you know, it's been done and things are going to happen now, and could go well and it could go bad. As well, I did find it interesting that the day, was it the day of, yeah, I think the day of I decided to make the attack, that day's quote was, and I was like, oh, don't start doing this to me. This was when I realized after I'd taken the block off for the Russians and saw the 9 strength points. It was even the finest, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle. I was like, oh, don't do that to me, for crying out loud. I just decided to go and attack and you say that to me? But then today was opportunities multiply as they are seized. So I'm like, well, maybe this is the way to go. All right, so I'll read it out. It's going to take a bit of time for me to do this because I'm not used to doing combats on video. I just find because I do a lot of number crunching and I record everything down so that way later, just in case I make a mistake. One thing I did do, oh yeah, I have to make sure that I did do some fiddly biddly bits, which I think I was mentioning when, so I did bring it back down to 20 strength points. So I did have, I think, 22 or something. So I left everybody here up in the front, but I did bring the 108th Landwehr back up over to here. And I also specifically moved the 4th from 3510. I made sure that they went actually down to here because I'm going to use because remember I'm starting to, oh thank God, I'm thinking ahead a little bit, is if the Austrians manage to push the Russians out of there, I'm going to advance the 33rd into there, so they have 5 strength points. So I needed to put somebody here. I mean, remember, it's the person who takes the hits goes in first kind of thing, and then, you know, as well as then the weakest afterwards, that kind of stuff of like, you know. Anyways, I was like, okay, you're going to go in, you're probably going to have to deal with a lot of horrible things afterwards, and then with this little 2, I can leave it there, and it'll be protected by, is that swamp? Well, depends on when they hit them, but odds are it would be, so there we go. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, so I'll read out the stuff, and we're just going to have to go from there. So yeah, this is the first and only combat. It's in Hex 3610, and it's going to be the Austrian 3rd Army versus the Russian 8th Army. And for the Austrians, it's the 4th with 2 strength points, the 33rd with 5, the 21st Landwehr Brigade, which is a German one, 1 strength point, the 2nd with 3, the 32nd with 3, the 20th with 2, and they're part of battle group. So the rest of these guys, no, sorry, just these 2 are battle group 4. And then the 31st, and then we also have the 23rd Landwehr Brigade. They must be also in battle group 4. I just forgot to write them down. And they're a German one. And then the 34th, which is 2 strength points. So the total attacking strength points is 20. And the Austrian 3rd Army expends 5 supply points and fully supplies the attack. So here we go. And the Russian battle group 9, they're 9 supply points, strength points. And they're defending across woods. So if you look here, they've got some wood terrain, which sucks, but that's the way it goes. And so the modified attack die roll will be -2. And I'll see if I can get it in the shot. I'm pretty sure, because I can just pan it a little bit. Like I said, now we're going to be getting into maybe the slow bits, because I had all that recorded ahead of time. Now I have to start, you know, if the, which I'm hoping for, obviously, is the Russians have to retreat, then it's they're not going to be going with a ton of... I'm not going to be going with like 27 counterattacking strength points. So I'll bring this up here a bit and see if that, maybe I'll rotate it over. I want to get the dice cup, or dice tower. I prefer dice towers. I just like the suspense. I guess you can kind of say you can still get the suspense with the with a cup, because I mean you can't see, and it's still like a rattle, 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 and then drop. But I don't know. Maybe it's this, I guess, less controlled than I have. I just dropped the bloody thing and Lord knows what happens. I don't know. We'll see if I can get it in the shot. I have to get my glasses on. Hold on. Oh, Jesus, Murphy. Well, it's just a fortress. It's not a big deal. I can put it back. Oh, I think that'll work. Jeez. Am I touching anybody? No. All right. Maybe I'll just pan it over a little bit more. I'll bring it up a bit more. You know what? I'm really liking this camcorder. It'll be amazing once I figure out how to use it properly. All right. There we go. Hopefully that'll do. All right. So 20 strength points with a -2 die roll. It's weird. Like I said, when I was deciding to do the attack that day, I was super excited. I was like, yeah, let's roll. But I was too tired, and I was like, no, you got to do the paperwork. And then the next day when I revealed the Russians properly, I was like, oh, no. So, but today it's like, okay, business. Here we go. What you going to be? What are you going to be? Hey, not the end of the world, I guess. So 4, let me write this all down. Could have been worse. I guess, well, the way I'm looking at it's like right in the middle. So, okay. That's a 4. -2 equals 2. I'm not feeling, I don't think they did 3 hits. I can tell you that much. So I think the Russians are going to stay there. That sucks. I don't see 3 hits on a 2 with 20 strength points. Shoot. Nope. I would have needed a 3. Oh my God. That is so close. What a bummer. Sorry, Austrians. You came close, man. You came close. And I can tell you one thing. Brusilov's not going to order a retreat. Oh, sorry, guy. So that's 2 hits to the Russians. And the Russians opt not to retreat. No kidding. Now, let's see what they can do. Oh, man. Well, we're going to stop thinking of it that way. It's all part of it. Yeah, it would have been interesting if it had happened. But it didn't, so that's the way it goes. Okay, I'm going to bring her back to the actual combat spot. Or should I? Yeah, I guess so, until I do the die roll. And I can, at least we can see what the heck we're talking about or whatever. There we go. Okay, so we've got 9 strength points. And it costs 1 supply point to supply 2 counterattacking strength points. So if they've got 5 supply points, they can fully supply the counterattack. Otherwise, they're going to get less. And the Russian 8th Army has 2 supply points. Now, what the heck do you want to do with 2 supply points? You want to keep them for an attack, or use them for the counterattack? Personally, for me, I'm thinking since Brusilov's on the offensive, I think it's a lot more important to keep the 2 supply points because I don't know when they're going to be getting any more. And since the Russians are not forced to retreat, their counterattacking is still going to be tripled. I mean, the strength points will be halved, so they'll be going down to 4. But you know, it's not the end of the world, as far as I'm concerned. At least I didn't use up any of my strength points. I mean, my supply points. All right, so let me record this, and then we can go to the crazy die roll, and we still get a +1. So that's the other nice thing to look at it. Oops, am I using the wrong? Nope, I'm reusing the right one. Okay. So, Russians counterattacking supply points. Strength points is 9. And they opt not to supply. Alright, so the modified counterattacking strength points is 4. Before tripling. It's 4, and then times 3, so 12. So it's going to be 12 counterattacking strength points with a +1 to the die roll. Okay. Now we go back to the thingamajig. Well, yeah, this is going to be a tough, well, I don't think I'm just looking at it this way. At least the Austrians are putting up a fight, but we'll see what happens when, like I said, the Russians want to start, and this turn they're able to do it. So and the Austrians don't know that there's a ton of stuff right here. It just needs to hop over here and then whammo. And then, like I said, the Cossacks will pop on over. Kill the river bonus. Probably take this Hacks. Then these guys are in a heck of a lot of trouble. These guys were not wedged out. And it's the Russians' turn, so they can now secure that position. You know, maybe nibble away somewhere else. Well, we'll see. Anyways, yeah, I got a lot of things to think about. Okay. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm doing the roll. So I got to get the dice tower back. That worked. I've got 2 pairs of glasses now. I grabbed the other pair from the other thing there. Oh my goodness. Hey, that works if I can just pop it on over. I don't even actually have to move anything. That's kind of nice. All right, so 12 plus, sorry. That'll be afterwards. Here we go. What's Brusilov going to do? Ouch. So that's a 6 on a 12. 2 hits. So both of these guys are really at it. Yes, this is not going to be oof. Okay, let me just continue writing this out so I don't screw up here. Where are we here? 2 hits, there we go. Yeah, I also, besides writing some stuff in pencil, I highlight it in ink later, so that way, like for example with the hits and whatnot, I can calculate DMs later a lot easier, as well as the supply points, so I can just at the end of the turn figure it out. Okay, so that's it. I don't think you guys really need to see you know, who's gonna take what, but ouch. But okay, the good thing is that well, obviously otherwise they wouldn't have been able to supply. The headquarters is, you know, got a bit of buffer here. But ooh, wait a minute. The Cossacks wanted to do something funky, but no, I think they're more interested in. Oh, wait a minute. What am I saying? If they could, no, I don't think you could. No, it's too many zones of control. In and outs kind of thing. Like to be able to get to here because of the woods, right? But if they could do that, then he could negate a lot of issues with that guy supplying. Mind you, the Third Army doesn't have anything anymore, but they couldn't receive anything anymore. Yeah, so the only this is the end of the Austrian turn, and I guess I'll roll. I'll pick my little thing to figure out if it's the Germans or the Russians. The only other thing that I forgot to mention was that I did rail. Hold on. Now I'll see if I can move the camera a little bit because you don't need to do that anymore. But I don't want to go too much. How's that? Well, but I did. What I forgot to mention was that I think it mentioned in a previous post was that I wanted to start grabbing some of the engineering regiments that were in Przemyśl. Actually, I think in a previous post I mentioned that it was a brigade or battalion or something. So the three sticks, and the three sticks are regiments. I just found out again and again. But anyways, so I grabbed these two and brought them to Tarnów, and they'll eventually. And I was getting close to I think I got to 6 divisions worth of rail I was using, and of course, yet again, I always had to make sure that these double rail lines are secure because. You can bring a lot of divisions in and out, but these single tracks, that's it. Use them once and that's it. Excuse me. So I brought 2 engineering regiments here. There was a engineering regiment coming in as a replacement, as a reinforcement, which I brought to Przemyśl and left them there. Then there was also a 4-3 replacement unit that I brought it to, I think, Battle Group 7. So there's a ton of replacement units sitting here doing absolutely nothing because I've had to put everybody in the front or doing something. And hopefully that doesn't bite the Austrians later, which I think it probably will, due to the fact that you've got tons of potential sitting there and you can't use it. And, yet again, maybe that's another issue of me thinking I've got to start thinking ahead about these things, as well as maybe, if the headquarters were closer to the front, that would be nice, and so on and so forth. I can do that nice little one-turn trick that was going on just over here. Oh, darn it. I keep panning back and forth, but this thing over here along the San River front. Okay, so I think, that's it. The end of the turn for the Austrians. I can't sing it. Like I said, there's no, I can't do any recombination for them. And that didn't go off as good as expected. But maybe I got to look at it in the other way too. His last turn, this didn't go the way the Russians expected. They expected that to go, and that didn't happen. So, and in a weird way, even though they were not able to push the Russians back, the Austrians have reinforced this area, so it's still going to be tricky for the. Okay, here we go. So I think it would be. Yeah, it's obviously going to be a good, interesting to see who goes next, because is it the Germans, or now do the Russians get to react to all the crazy nonsense that's been going on down in Galicia and Silesia? Okay, let's see here. Well, you guys will know before I do, because I don't look down on the screen. I'm just going to put it, there we go, and then so you can see, but I can't see it yet. I'm just going to move them around. I think I like this one there. What's this guy here? What are you? Oh, hello, Germany. So Russia, man, sorry, you're going very last. That's the way it goes. Yeah, all right, and that is that. You know what? Oh, I can't wait to properly read the instructions for this camcorder, because oh man, do I ever like it a lot better than the mobile. All right, see you later.